Good morning to everyone in the studio, and a special good morning to the viewers of Dash Morning. Today we bring to you something amazing. It is called Business District. On Business District, we get to meet, talk to, and tap ideas from the greatest minds when it comes to entrepreneurship in Cameroon, in Africa, and the world. Why not? So today we're going to be meeting a world-class trainer, a consultant, and an entrepreneur. He is called Mr. Javnyuy Joybert, and he is going to be talking to us about generating a perfect business idea. So are you a business person? Are you an employee who plans to have a startup? This is for you. Good morning, Mr. Javnyuy Joybert.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us in your office.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'll start with a stupid question. Whenever I see Mr. Javnyuy Joybert, the next thing I see is Mr. Remarkable. Why?
Because I'm from SO.
Because you're from SO. Okay, that's wonderful. Let's that's not what I expected, but it's okay. So now we're talking about generating a business idea.
Yeah.
What does a SO man have to say about that?
Well, there are a couple of things that you can do to generate a business idea.
Okay.
And any business, an idea can come from any area. There's no standard formula really.
Okay.
But there are some basic fundamentals or basic principles that anybody can go through, and they're able to create a business idea for themselves and be able to run profitable business. One of those things is complaints. Yeah.
Complaints,
Yes.
as in a problem?
Yes, a problem.
Okay.
What people complain about you can be a business idea. It's for
Okay.
you to learn how you can create a solution to that problem and then monetize that solution and solve their problems.
Okay.
So as a business person or somebody who has a business mindset, what are people complaining about around you? That could be a business.
Okay.
You can decide and set up a small store downstairs in or around your quarter because people complain that they have to go long distances to go buy
get
basic
provisions.
needs. Yes,
Okay.
and that could be a business. You see, so and that is why if you look at any amazing business that people have created, you'll see that there was a way that they were able to identify why people are complaining about certain things. Like for example, you can take Facebook for example. Like maybe you left school, high school, secondary school, 10 years, 5 years back, and you're like, how can I connect with my classmates? So how do you do that?
Okay,
Facebook.
you create a platform.
A platform to do that. So complaints, the biggest thing in complaint is, do you have a solution?
Okay.
Can you monetize it? And can you connect that solution to a target group of people who are willing to pay for it?
Okay.
Then you have a business.
Wow. So that it bounces to the saying, entrepreneurs or business people are problem solvers.
Problem solvers, that's it.
Okay.
Good. And the second thing to look at when solving a problem is your experiences as a person.
Okay.
Yes, what you went through could be your experiences. For example, one of my businesses, the training institute that we run, are from my personal experience.
Okay.
Right? Because the aim was, I was done with high school, could not go to university, and how can I did not have skills that could enable me to compete in the job market. And later on I said, okay, why not create an institution that can train high school graduates and university dropouts that will enable them to gain employability skills or enterprise development skills that they can create businesses.
Okay.
It was to solve what I went through.
Okay.
And there are many people that you can look at their businesses is because they went through a problem. They're like, why not just create an idea, an institution to solve the problem that you went through. Okay. So your personal experience, your personal challenges, your personal problems, your personal horrible whatever, you can build a business model out of it. Again, and it's the same with the first principle. How can you now take that personal experience? Can you validate that there are more people in the community having the same problem?
Okay.
So when I was starting the center, I did a research and I noticed that just about 11% to 15% of Cameroonians who leave high school go to university.
Okay.
So where are the rest going to? They're stranded in the job market
streets,
with the wrong skills, wrong mentality, and many other things. So there was a huge market. I just needed to find that market.
Okay.
You see, so don't sit in your room and assume that everybody has the problem. And that's why you have to go out and talk to people. Hey, do you have this problem? Do you have this problem? Validate it and be sure that it exists in multiple people, because the size of the market determines the size of the money you're going to make.
Okay.
So if your experience is only being faced by 10 people, when you fulfill the needs of 10 people, you're out of the market.
What next?
Yeah, so what next? So when you discover your personal experience, go a step further and ensure that there is a larger market that actually have that particular problem.
problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. And the next thing that you can create a business from is your skills.
Okay.
Yes, your skills. What do you know how to do?
Like your talents?
Let's forget about talent, skills. Here's what I mean.
Okay.
You can go to school, like many of us, our parents ask us what to go study. Like, for example, you end up studying IT, you ended up studying food processing and all of that. Maybe you didn't really like to do it.
It wasn't what you wanted.
Yes, but now you have the skills to do it. And there is a market for that skill. Create a business out of it.
Okay.
You see, so you can decide and even sometimes forget about passion, because I don't believe in a passionate poor person, right? So we talk a lot about passion and purpose. Yes, that is good, but sometimes you can focus on what relevant skills do I have that I can monetize. So you can sit and decide and go learn how to do cakes, not because you love cakes, but because you think that with this vocational skill, you can be able to start a business around it and monetize it. So, and that is why one of the best ways to start a business faster is to have relevant skills.
Okay.
You can start with hard skills.
The skills.
Yes, and then you can build. Go learn carpentry, go learn mechanics, go learn cake making, go learn hairdressing, go learn fashion designing. And then you can use that, your hard skills now, plus your business skills, you can now form a business.
Wonderful. You
get a point? That's why I always say that one of the best things that happen in this country is the creation of vocational schools. If they are just able to add the right business training to it, we're going to build more businesses faster than maybe, that's what made China what it is today. Because they're able to merge vocational skills, business skills, then you create a business from there.
Wonderful.
Good.
I would like to just follow up from the level of your personal experiences.
Yeah.
How do you get out there to make sure that it's not just you who has this problem? How do you confront people? Because it's like you're imposing a problem on somebody. Because imagine from your situation, you were unable to go to the university. Like, how do you meet people who are in that same situation? How do you identify them, and how do you move from them?
Sometimes it's just talking to people.
Okay.
You know, sometimes there's this big barrier, and that's where low self-esteem and fear comes in. People are just afraid to talk to people. But just go talk to people. Just read even secondary research. Okay. There's a lot out there that other people have done in terms of carrying out research on different things. Read United Nations research, read World Bank research, African Development research. You're going to discover, oh, this is what is happening in my community. And if you are not satisfied, go to the community. Why not go to a church? I remember I went to one Baptist church and I asked, how many youths are here? People raised up their hand. How many of you have university degrees? Just about 5 stood up. The rest were high school, and I was validating my idea there.
Okay.
You see, so you can start doing that, and you're able to be sure that you are in the right path.
Wonderful.
Yes.
All right. So apart from these 3 steps people can take to identify ideas for starting a business, are there any more you can list for us?
Yeah, there are, like government regulations. Government can instill a law, and you can start and create a business around that. Like when the government banned plastic papers, you can start and create
an alternative
to that. You can travel, just travel to another city, travel to another village, travel to another country, see what they do there. You can create a business idea from there. You can actually just connect with more people. You hear how they think, how they look at things. You can be able to build stuff from there.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Javnyuy Joybert. And I told you, right, you don't need to study rocket science to be able to create or generate business ideas. Look around you, your personal experiences, the problems people around you are facing, and so on, and you've got a perfect business idea. So that was it today for Business District. Keep watching Dash Morning and keep watching Dash Sports and Entertainment and Dash News. Thank you.